Greeting for everybody, and I just want to share the topic to you is about the preparation for international energy cooperation changes between China and Russia. Actually, this is very interesting for me to learn about how Russia deal with his change to cooperation about the energy and how China do. Okay, so I will show this picture to you. It's about putting signs in the Turkish stream gas pipeline. Actually, this pipeline is very important about Russia to sell gas and oils to Europe. I will show these questions is very interesting, and I will spare this presentation for four parts. And the first, I will tell you why I choose this topic and the reason of topic section and research overview. Okay, so it is universally, energy security is inextricably linked to the constitutions of active international cooperation. Actually, countries' response to the change in the geopolitical pattern of energies in different way. So, we have we've seen every subject, every things in the date. So, sudden, disruptive, and one times major events, are becoming more and more common in the world. Think about China, think about the tariff war, think about trade war, and so and the international energy cooperation must need to explore a new paradigm. So I would say the Russia's way is more traditional, and the Chinese ways, and let us find new ways, find different way to face this situation. So, and I would say previous studies main focus on the branch study of China and Russia, and the study of China's foreign cooperation model. So, but there's few analyze between the international cooperation model of two major energy market countries. We just want to do a comparative perspective. So, actually, uh, it seems like less than the first one. Okay, so I just want to show you how Russia make their energy corporations make their energy corporation runs. So Russia and European energy corporation is in a dilemma situation. That's my opinion. Okay, so let me see this picture. It shows this uh, how Russia's sell the gas to Europe. You can see there's many pipelines in this map. Actually, there's long duration. This is the type of case of electrons energy cooperation between the Russia and Europe. And we also see that the differences between production and sales status is obvious between the Russia and Europe, or we say in the Russia, in the Europe. And we can see the two sides are strongly dependent. And let me show this story about that. So when the USSR was broke down, Yeltsin would say, well, Russia needs money and Russia needs the currency and Russia needs cooperation in the international rights. So Europe say, yes, we need gas, we need oil, we need energy, so we need Russia. We have large demand, we have a large market, and Russia have many material. So they have tried to build a cooperation relationship. But based on this dependence, the weaponization of energy diplomacy often occurs in Russia and Europe. And I will show you how these situations go on. And there's some information about that. We will see that, and our BBC say that air of cheap Russia gas to Europe and as transit across Ukraine stops and happened in the beginning of this year. So I would say that traditional bilateral cooperation face the risk of great coordination. Okay, let me see how Europe buy gas the whole year. How many Europe buy gas, in the whole year? The number is 349.1 billion cubic meters. And in all of gas, they have, you know, this is like close to half of that import from Russia. It means that the energy supplying and marketing schedule of Russia and Europe are highly complementary and highly interdependent. So, let me see this picture at the right hand. Say that the interdependent operating energy cooperation between Russia and Europe often presents an unstable situation. You can see all this dilemma is very not stable, right? So this is a very interesting question. Why does this situation happen? Either like we did do an analysis of Russians energy cooperation strategy in Europe. The first reason I think is the internal unstable culture. Russia's natural gas is the most important commodity affecting Europe energy security. So energy, the so we will see the European energy market is also an important factor affecting the economic and social development of Russia. When the fundamental geopolitical patterns change, this cooperation often turns into a tool for escalating confrontation. And second reason, I would say there's a background of the external sculpture. You know, we'll say Russia's European partners have simple interests. There are too few stakeholders in the one project. When a third party tries to interfere with it, the cost it need to consider will be lower. So we will see this picture is about the instance of the North Stream. Okay, so let me see how China's try to face this challenge. So have China's have their very special choice to face this situation. And I will just try to show this example is about the China's subject energy cooperation between itself and Myanmar. Okay, actually, this is always many people say uh, the energy cooperation between China and Myanmar is a difficult decade. It costs many years that Chinese to capture, Chinese to overcome many difficult things. In the 24, in the 24, we can see the feasibility was demonstrated and implementation began at 2014, and we will say the Mandarin terminal completed. And Chinese will always say, and this is the end, this is a symbol of the ending of the China and Myanmar's project. And actually, we also see Myanmar's political situation is watertight, with frequent military coups and changeful governments. A price comparison between the Burmese militaries and the Burmese military governments, is very fire and many conflicts in the Myanmar all the day. So is there's many criticism of Chinese energy corporation in all the year. Actually, at the first things is about some critics come from the inside Myanmar, and there's some opinion that the Sina company is exploiting Myanmar's natural resource through this project, through this oil and gas corporation project. This means that, well, why Chinese come to Myanmar and why Chinese put many money in Myanmar, and they have some different targets. Yeah. And the second, we know there's many Western strange institutions trying to comment this project. Let's say Chinese think about these questions using Myanmar's demonstrate credit and debit crisis to export production capacity and dominate the resource partner of their countries. And at the same time, the Western strategic discussions always said same words to critical about the One Belt One Road China. And we will always see the Western society, and let me see how Western society, how the ordinary people think about these questions. So China is intervening in Myanmar's internal affair, provide some issue to try to control the Myanmar's oil and gas, and turn Myanmar's oil and gas pipelines into backborders, just like Brazil and Colombia to America. So it just want to say China try to build one and only situation in Myanmar. So how China deal with all these different opinion, and how Chinese do some new things in their energy corporations. Okay, so let me see this material. I think this is very interesting information about that. Diversifying as a headlines of China's energy corporation. That's how Chinese do and what Chinese do in Myanmar. I say this man we call Zhang Guolao. He is the director working in National Energy Administration in China, and that's how he say that how Chinese do in Myanmar corporation items. He say gas it is jointly developed by South Korea and other natural gas pipeline companies in this period. So both crude oil and natural gas pipelines are China-Myanmar joint ventures. He say that this is not just China and Myanmar do, but many countries join it. And I will show you this diagram. It's about the investment shares of China-Myanmar natural gas pipelines and how Chinese justify this situation. They will say that shared boat and shake the wrist. And we can see China, yes, it control the half of all things. But we also can see there are South Korea, Burma, and India. They have 3 countries and six confirmation about that. So we will see a diverse group of players share the geopolitical risk of China in these systems. And we'll see the diversifying investment schedule enable China and energy partners to establish a new community of interest. And we also see interveners need to consider the cost of leveraging multiple shareholders, such as with American and Europe try to make some influences. Say no, I say no. We will not try to cost too many currencies. Trying to broken Korea, trying to influence Burma, trying to influence India, and this will be seem difficult. And I will show you how China gets oil through Burma, through the project in Burma, gets oil to other countries. So China provides partners with 22 million tons of crude oil sands per year through the Myanmar Cooperation Project. You see, China get oil to Africa, from Africa, China get gas from Central Asia, get the gas and oil to Middle East, and buy all the goods from Saudi Arabia to Oman, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Angola. China tried to build a huge community of interest through diversifying standards. Okay, so we just want to make a birth summaries. And that's how China's strengths go on. China tried to attract participants in the multiple process with public good. And that's how China's always said in the war. So for China, the significance of a precise population is not only to simply coordinate more source power, but also to gather a unidiverse energy focused to face the pressure of extending war political and economic schedule in a contemporary era when the international situation is undergoing major change. And we also say how Chinese experience in all things compare with Russia. And the most important thing I think is make good use for international rulers and international cooperation to try to enhance the toughness and resistance of international cooperation projects. That's how Chinese do. Chinese is trying to avoiding to single and isolate division, qualitative and even execution thinking. So by falling into the later trap, Russia has lost the soft power. Russia loses soft power to transform the international order. So that's why Putin tried to solve the Ukraine problem by war, try to solve the uh, NATO, try to solve the NATO, and even try to solve the American. Putin tried to make all the thing change, but has no choice. Putin has no methods. Putin has no this choice to make another option. So that's how Chinese try to avoid that. Okay, so that's all I want to see. That's my reference, and thanks for listening.